genius. Okay, well.
That sounds optimistic to me.
Oh, hang on.
It actually sounded really good.
Hold on. There we go.
So we knew that was going to work. Sweet.
Yeah, better than a phone.
Yeah. I have to be here for a
You're
bit.
sitting over there now.
Well, we had to get the outlet for the computer.
Yeah, I need to charge up.
I
So,
see.
hey, you know what? This works. I love this.
Okay, so our topics today are for our Sinners review, since me and Josh saw it as well. Are we
Okay.
live?
No.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're on? Okay.
Wait, are we on?
Okay, well, I'll start in a second.
Okay.
So that's our first topic. Our next one is your Thunderbolts review. You can spoil it if you want.
Yeah.
Well,
Yay.
give us a spoiler warning.
Yeah, and then John wanted to do a rock concert discussion, why rock concerts are the best concerts. To get to
Okay.
see.
I like where this is going.
No, then we have another one, vampire topic that would lead into our favorite supernatural monsters. Since we're talking about Sinners, and since Sinners is a vampire movie.
Ah, okay.
And
So-
plus, we watched what's it called again? R.L. Stein's what?
Haunting
Haunting
Hour.
Hour.
Oh, we can talk about that if you want.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Well, just the episodes. Well,
Yeah.
maybe with just the vampire episode.
Vampire.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No, we came up with the name for the podcast, or the episode, Kyle.
Okay. What's that?
It's a vamp of a good time. Vampire of a good time, something like that.
I
A
guess.
vamp of a good time.
The vamp of a good time.
Very clever.
Thank you.
Clever girl.
That was me.
Vampire girl.
Over girl.
Alright,
Oh my God.
so let's get
Thanks.
going then.
All right.
Or did you have any other you want to add? Strong arms? Any other topic or no?
No, I'm good.
Alright, then here we
hey.
go.
You got one?
You want to talk about the mayonnaise incident?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mayonnaise
Yeah,
incident.
tell him. Go.
Oh, yeah, I'll
Write
tell
it
ya.
down. No, write it down.
Okay. I'll write it down.
Alright, I guess the mayonnaise incident.
Yeah.
Alright, on the count of three.
The Mayo incident, I will say.
Sure.
Yeah,
Whatever.
on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. What's up? This is the Cannonball podcast. I am your host, Captain C. Or, in this chilling episode, the Vampire Cast,
Yeah.
I am Vampire C.
Well.
Or Count C.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
count.
On the count.
Yeah, you're not the counting. You're the
Yeah,
count.
on
So.
the count. And then with my lovely crew of vampires, we have...
Shit. Well, what's like a vampire rank? You know, like what's
Well,
the
I
rank?
got count. So,
Yeah, you're
so
count.
I'm alpha. That means beta Josh.
My gamma or
Okay, that checks out.
my
Yeah.
gamma or
I guess.
or omega. No, gamma.
Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah, I am
Gamma bread.
gamma beer. I mean a beer. Yeah. Okay. See. If you call me gingerbread, well that'd be funnier. But
Yeah, whatever. We did
Well,
technically
you did.
call you.
Alright,
you did.
we'll save it for
All
the
right.
holiday episode.
And our
Ernestine.
Beta,
Yes.
Beta,
Beta. Beta I. Sure.
and I. One tooth.
One tooth. Oh, there you go. Like
Hey.
toothless. He's got one tooth.
Or bang.
One thing.
One fang.
One tooth better, okay. And
Fine. One fang's fine.
omega, I guess. Omega stronger? Omega
Well, strong. Omega arms.
mega arms.
Mega
I'll take
arms.
that.
They're huge. Mega arms.
Mega arms. Alright, on this episode we have like I said, it's a vampire themed episode because three of us, 4 out of 3, went to go see Sinners, which is a very good movie.
Yeah.
I was very happy with it. I liked it.
So did I.
Yes.
And then we also have another movie review from Strong Arms. He went to go see Thunderbolts. So he'll be telling us about that. When we get there, we will talk spoilers and
Spoiler alert.
I guess the score can come before the spoiler warning. So when we get into the spoiler talk, we'll
Like
just
a heads up or something.
yeah, we'll
like,
give a heads up for that.
Yeah.
Same with Sinners, I guess. We'll do a spoiler heads up because
Hey, you know what? I'll check it out. And
you'll check it out.
and you know what? You can really tell me what happened. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
well, yeah.
I mean, it's not like I'm hyped for the movie, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
and then we also have another topic where it's a vampire discussion, which will lead into our favorite supernatural monsters from each of us.
yeah.
And then
Mayonnaise.
yeah, we have a mayonnaise discussion.
Yeah.
Let's just go with let's
You know
just
what?
start.
Like, we just like start with the mayonnaise to get out of the way.
Yeah,
Sure,
go
mayo
on.
incident. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Well,
Come
so.
on, mayonnaise.
Yep. Hold the mayo, please, because well, something recently, a customer at Checkers was murdered by an employee because well.
Get that ring off your finger.
The customer, the customer, so the customer was like, I guess he ever got the mayo on the burger, and of course yeah. See, you know where I'm going with this, right?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it sounds fucked up.
Oh God damn it!
I
It's
know
really
where
bad.
that burger?
God damn
Okay.
Get your head out of the guy's. I'm trying to tell a story.
There you go. There's your mayo burger right there.
Or it could be like
Orders and come.
or it could
South
be
Park?
like Patrick Patrick Star where he's like, hey, I was supposed to get a toy with this. Thank
Thanks.
you.
You shot in the head.
Well,
Thanks.
now we know that mayonnaise is an instrument.
Actually,
An instrument of death.
no. Apparently, it's a weapon. Apparently, because I got him killed.
I like that part where it's like, is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, it's not an
Patrick.
instrument.
No.
Horseradish is not.
Isn't it either?
Horseradish is not an instrument either.
But my favorite one is it's what I put on the Instagram. It's my favorite meme, which is like, is Bill Clinton an instrument? No, Pat. Just because you can blow something doesn't make it an instrument.
I love that joke so much. I love that meme.
That's on my Instagram.
Well, Trump isn't either.
Ouch. Alright, continuing on. The guy got murdered because he didn't have mayonnaise. And my question is mayonnaise worth more than your life?
Hell no.
No.
Apparently so.
I would just take it home and just put mayonnaise on myself. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, I know
Okay.
the guy. Well, I know the guy. He did like obviously he was angry, and apparently he was a white guy, and the
You
employee
don't say.
Okay.
was black.
Now,
And,
where's this story from?
He's guessing Florida.
WP. No, I think. Well,
You were guessing Florida because we don't know.
It's somewhere in Florida. Like
My
Well,
mom
checkers,
bought that
like-
for me.
I know, I'm just making
I
it.
know, it's fine. I'm just saying.
Morning.
I think if it was from Florida,
Mornings.
the article would be Florida man kills checker employee over mayonnaise.
no. Well, the employee killed the customer.
Turns out, gay customer that wanted mayonnaise actually wanted semen.
Well,
I mean, it didn't have to be that hard. He didn't have to
Instead,
kill
he
the man.
Oh my.
no, instead he got. Well, no, instead he got. Well, I'll see you later. Hey.
He should have got the. You want mayonnaise? Give me a minute, sir.
Oh,
There you go. Here's your
Oh, yeah.
mayonnaise on your burger.
Anyway,
sir.
anyway you slice it up, just go home and put mayo on yourself.
Yeah, it's not worth it, bro.
It's not worth getting into an argument. It's not.
Or what killed over.
I mean, to be fair, you said that the guy might have said choice words.
He
which
said, well, according to the news,
he may have said choice words. This is all circumstantial.
it could be a lie for the employee. Because
Possible, you never know.
Maybe.
But I have heard angry white people get racist.
Me
So.
too.
I'm gonna say this now. Just because you get racist with a black guy does
Well,
not
no, it
mean.
does not mean that you deserve to get shot. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that I
know.
Then what you're.
I'm just saying in general for the audience.
Yeah.
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 So yeah. In conclusion, don't just go home and just do it yourself. Apparently, not everybody's going who's going to get your stuff right. And you can't stop that.
Not true.
I mean, you can complain. You can still ask for like the shit originally. Like, as someone who has like gone to like McDonald's and ordered like something with onions on it, and they have no onions, it irks you. It really does. Like, you ask for the onions.
Yeah, I
Or when
understand.
the ice cream machine is broken.
Oh
True.
god,
And
yeah.
only fat people know that.
So you there?
Everybody knows that.
Yes. So do you though. You like ice cream too.
I do. And I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate that I love it. Well, you know, when I tried some Irish ice cream the other day. Like Chris, I mean, the Celtic.
Yeah, we went to Celtic Creamery.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was made. It's made an act. It made. It's the ice cream is made exactly how you would find it in Ireland.
So there's whiskey in it.
Well, they had a Bailey's. They had a Bailey's ice cream. So,
Ooh. Maybe I should go there next time we go on Orange Stewart.
well, you're going there Thursday. So,
Oh, there you go.
Then I'm down.
All right.
there was also a really hot employee.
Oh yeah, the girl by the
Yeah,
counter.
she was hot. She was hot.
Oh yeah.
And
Did you remember?
definitely,
Should've,
definitely wearing really tight pants for what should not have been worn.
I agree.
Ooh,
All right.
Workout. All right, continue. Sorry.
Alright, so yeah, that's my take on it. But don't be an asshole because you might get killed. How about you guys? What'd you take on it?
The guy.
Mayonnaise sucks.
Well,
Okay, I wouldn't go that far. I would have said, why pull out the 9 man? Just pull out the cock and give him some man.
Okay.
That's what I got out of it. Okay.
Alright, let me put it in this perspective. Working in the service industry, coming from somebody who's worked in the service industry for
So have I.
13 years
Same.
before I joined the Corps, you deal with a lot of shit.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
couple that with whatever the guy's going on at home. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to go shoot somebody,
No.
but, everybody has a breaking point.
Hey, look, I love.
So, I think, the moral of the story is just people make mistakes. Be kind.
Yeah.
You know what? The moral of the story is go work in the alcohol industry. You get to throw people out all the time.
It's true.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, get the fuck out.
You've had enough.
Or what? Out the window.
Yeah, no.
That's not good.
Or that.
Yeah.
Or that.
Nah, so I guess we'll move on.
Yeah.
So since we're mostly in the Fane variety this episode, let's move on to Thunderbolts
Okay.
as another topic, so we can continue on with all the Fane stuff.
Well, so you,
I have
So-
not seen Thunderbolts.
Have you saw?
No.
No, strong
I'm
arms.
the only one in the group who's
Yeah.
seen it.
All right, then spoil away.
So,
Hold on,
I'll just
wait.
start with
Oh,
my
oh,
review.
Wait, so let's give we'll give like a spoiler-free review after he gives us his standard review.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so your score or something?
Yeah, so give us your
All right, I'll
score
start.
and give
I'll
us...
start with my score.
Huh?
7 out of 10.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, one of, I'll explain. There were things that I really liked, and there are also things I really didn't like.
I've heard that...
Overall,
I've heard
What's
Winter Soldier was really good in this.
Yeah.
overall, I would say it's one of the better, more recent MCU movies.
I heard
to
about
come
that.
out.
I heard that. Yeah.
So,
Would you say it's a ripoff of Suicide Squad?
no.
No.
Would you say
I
that...
mean, okay, Suicide Squad, each character, they're so, twirled, they're so unique, and in the sense that it's like DC and their take, and then Jared Leto is the Joker.
God. That was a bad idea.
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, most of the Zack Snyder universe, it was all bad ideas.
Except for Justice League. What the cut?
I mean, you mean the Zack Snyder cut? No.
A 4-hour version of basically the same movie from 2017.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I liked most of what I saw. It didn't have the fucking, what's his name? Josh Whedon ruining moments, in my opinion.
Right, yeah.
Well, it didn't have jokes, just fat jokes.
Yeah.
But, okay, so your score was a 7 out of 10, so that's not bad. Any character in the movie that stood out?
Honestly, most of the screen time was focused on Yelena,
Of course.
Natasha's sister,
Yeah.
and
It's
you
all
know,
about her,
I
huh?
thought, yeah, I mean, you know, I thought like we got to see more of her, and it was more to her personality.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess have you seen Black Widow?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So I guess, well, I haven't because I'm not really into her. Like,
Okay, so after Black Widow died, I guess the main villain, antagonist of this movie, DeFontaine, who's played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, she manipulated Yelena, believing that Hawkeye. So she spends like the second half of that
What?
series.
what,
Oh,
yeah,
yo,
you broke up a little bit.
Yeah, you froze for a second.
What?
Where did I lose you?
Yeah, you lost us at Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
I mean, Hawkeye.
You what?
Okay. She led her to believe that Hawkeye is the one who killed Black Widow.
Ah.
Oh God, right.
So Yelena spends the second half of Hawkeye going after Clint, but by the end, like, she learns the truth. Like, he didn't kill her.
I never do that. I never watched Hawkeye either.
Yeah,
It's nothing to write home about.
I've only seen WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Which I'll be honest, like, I don't like any of them.
they're not.
Okay.
None of them are great.
Well, two of those characters were also in the movie. John, the
U.S. agent, Captain America.
Yeah, sort of. That guy, but I mean, you know, he doesn't really stand out. And Bucky, what did they do to you, Bucky? He's like one of my favorite characters, still in the MCU.
Man, you broke up there for a second.
Is barely in the. God, where
You said Bucky
Where are you?
is still in the MCU.
Yeah, you still. Yeah, no, you were breaking. We're gonna keep track of you.
Yeah.
Well, so
So you were continuing on with Bucky.
So, like, he barely had any influence in the movie. He was probably the least utilized of all the Thunderbolts.
so he was just like, there for like, for what?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
There
Like,
for
in the
clout.
beginning of the movie,
Klaus?
Bucky is a U.S. senator, and
Uh-huh.
she's trying to get some dirt on DeFontaine, and that eventually leads him to the rest of them.
Wait, who is?
And then they go,
What state is Bucky a U.S. senator for?
Doesn't matter. New
they
York.
don't say.
Probably
well,
New York. He's
Probably,
from New York.
yeah, probably New York. You're
Or
correct.
Brooklyn, I don't know. Wait.
Well, that's
Brooklyn's not a state.
It's
so
a city.
Sorry, I keep forgetting.
so it's New York,
Yeah.
most likely.
We're the Jersey, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, better than Jersey.
Actually, no, he's not a senator. He's a representative.
So he's a potential senator candidate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure. We'll say that. But
What?
the focus of the movie is around
Elena?
Sentry.
Oh, yeah. So
Sentry
he's
is
like,
this.
He's like a what's her man, right?
Yeah, Marvel's version.
Well, not in this version.
Oh.
Oh no.
So, okay, let me. So, it's this guy who, like, grew up in an abusive household, had, like, a drug problem as a young adult, with no direction. He volunteers for the experiment to make him into Sentry, and hundreds of other people go through the same trials, and they all die, but
Not him though.
this guy, his name is Bob. Bob is the only one to make it out, and over time his powers develop, and then DeFontaine gets her hands on him and basically turns him into Sentry.
So, if I had to guess, why do they gotta give every supervillain an emotional backstory?
Oh yeah.
Like every
So-
supervillain.
Okay, so that's the second half. That's like the last part of this movie. So after Sentry turns on DeFontaine, she like has a kill switch for him, but instead it turns him into like this black shadowy version of
Oh.
Sentry,
He-
and
He's called.
he turns
somebody.
he turns everybody into shadows, and they have to go through all of their worst, most traumatic moments.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hold on. What? Like, so he
Yeah.
turns them into, like, what do they do with them? Like,
He makes
Like,
them.
it's
He
kind
makes.
of like a
From what
weird
I'm gathering,
dimension.
it sounds like he makes them fight their worst things about themselves.
They're demons, yeah. So by the end, Yelena goes in first, and then the rest follow, and they have to pull him out in order to return him back to normal.
Through the power of friendship.
and Grayskull.
Basically.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
So at the end of the
have
movie,
the power.
the last part is they go after DeFontaine again, and she ambushes them with press and calls them the New Avengers.
New Adventures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't forget they're being sued.
Wait, what? Wait, who
That's
is?
that's the end credit scene. Captain America Falcon sues them for copyright infringement.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that's also
That would happen in the
that's also the
MCU.
last end credit scene of Thunderbolts. Until they get like a satellite image from space, and it's the Fantastic Four's ship.
That's cool. Nice.
That explains
Kind
the
of
story.
pointless if you
Yeah.
ask me. We already knew they were coming.
Yeah, we knew
Well,
that.
yeah, I mean, well,
we knew the Fantastic Four were going to end up in this universe. God forbid.
Where's the trailer?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm right now. It's 60-40. I'm excited for Superman, but a little nervous, and I'm almost downright defeated by Fantastic Four because of the Silver Surfer and what she looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, it's like, God damn it, this summer is gonna suck for those two movies if they don't hit well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Oh, but we are in agreement at the podcast, so we're seeing those movies together as a group, right?
Yeah, we're seeing those movies, and we're definitely doing an episode at the comic book store
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
when we do Superman.
Okay.
All right.
So
Of course,
we're
yeah.
gonna do that.
Okay. I'll tell you the part that I most like was like the last part where like Bob and everybody else, they all have to fight their demons. You know, like they kind of hit it with the emotional aspect of it.
Okay. Nice.
I mean that I've heard good things about Sentry in this movie. I've heard a lot of good things about the guy who played Sentry. I heard a lot that he does a really good job. and that he
Yeah, I
really
think
does,
so.
and he really does capture the dark side of Sentry,
Yeah.
and not just the light. So I've heard a lot of good things.
I can agree with all those points.
I have not heard very much about Bucky.
Yes, because he's hardly.
It's either that, it's either he's not really in the movie, or it feels like there was another movie that was supposed to be here, and they didn't do it right.
Yeah.
Like, the cut's weird.
I mean, I was kind of hoping for like everyone would have like
Oh my god.
what?
No, I was just saying they missed a great opportunity when they were going. They could have went into Bucky's past as the Winter Soldier,
Yep.
I
but
guess
they
so.
just
Yeah.
glossed over it completely.
Yep. Also another
Like,
thing.
I had an exciting history.
Also, I like to point out too the whole that they had to go up against the strongest, most difficult villain in Marvel, which is the Sentry. They weren't gonna win.
Really?
They weren't. They nerfed Sentry so much in order to face these normies, because that's what they are. They're mostly normies. They're not really.
Like what's her power?
The first time they actually fight together, it's in the actual Avengers, the former Avengers Tower. So,
Yeah.
and Sentry, like, they don't land a single blow, and he pretty much kicks all of their asses.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, you need I don't know. It's like you're challenging a Superman alone as Batman without armor.
Well, and without
Or
kryptonite.
kryptonite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're pretty much going in there knowing it's a suicide mission.
Yeah. You want to go out like that.
Pretty much.
YOLO.
I don't know. I mean,
You're right.
like, I don't know what direction they're going. It's like, some movies that have come out have been pretty good. Others have been shit.
Mostly been shit.
There's no consistency. Like, back in the old Infinity Saga, like, pretty much every movie was, like, for the most part, enjoyable.
Well, I would like to point out, me and Ginger had a pretty interesting conversation with our friend that owns the comic store, Sam.
Yeah.
We had a very interesting conversation because we were talking about DC and how DC keeps fucking up their universe, and you and I basically said, realistically, DC's golden goose is Batman.
Yeah.
And that's who they really just focus on. Batman has the rogue gallery, he has the better villains,
Better stories.
better
plots,
stories, he's just more interesting. People can kind of relate to,
Yeah, because
if you can't relate to Batman, you can relate to Robin or Nightwing or
Yeah.
like an orphan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can relate to something and you feel sorry for him. And you also feel sorry for some of the villains too.
his stories are the most real. you
Yeah,
know?
and then like when someone says, "Oh, well, how come Superman doesn't get it?" And it's like, well, Superman got it in the early days when Superman 1 came out with Christopher Reeve. They haven't had besides, in my opinion, Superman Return is a good Superman movie. Whether if you don't like it or not, I think it's a good Superman movie. I do.
Yeah.
I think it's a good Superman movie.
I do. I think it's a good Superman movie. I thought Man of Steel was okay.
Yeah, it's pretty. I liked it.
I thought it was okay.
It could have been better.
It could have been better.
Oh, it could have been
It
way
can
better.
be better.
It can. And then all those criticisms about like, well, Marvel, they don't kill. It's like, dude, I watched the first Iron Man. Iron Man literally kills every single person.
Yes.
Captain America kills people.
It's all defense. But
Yeah, yeah. But the only one who does it is Spider-Man. Like,
Yes.
Spider-Man is the only hero that's like, I don't want to kill.
Well, does Hulk kill?
Yes, very much so.
Bruh, if you get punched by the Hulk, you think you're surviving?
Yeah.
Okay, well, still, I mean,
I mean, even like Thor. Like, if you get hit by Thor is totally killing people.
Yeah.
Even if they're
It's lightning
gods,
also.
he's still killing people.
Yeah.
Electrocutions and stuff.
Yeah. He's still killing people. Like,
he's dangerous.
so like that argument where it's like, well, DC's too dark and like it's too violent. It's like, dude, when Superman in the Zack Snyder movie Man of Steel has literally General Zod by this, and Zod's threatening to cut the building in half plus a little girl, like. You're not thinking of gouging his eyes out. Yeah, you're gonna break the neck.
Yeah.
Like, he gave him no choice in the matter.
Right, yeah.
And if you're a Superman fan and you say Superman would never do that, it's like, well, technically, you can't say Superman would never kill someone because in comic books he has shown.
Yeah, he will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In certain aspects. You know, in moments. Like Doomsday. I know it's a monster, but it still counts as killing something.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. It still, self-defense.
Yeah.
Yes, still.
Joker was not self-defense.
Oh,
No, he fucking.
Like, he literally, like, went right into his arms.
That was revenge.
Yeah, that was revenge for Lois, but still. And it does show that if you kill Lois,
he will lose his shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll turn way, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go dark.
Ape shit.
Yeah.
he'll go his Edward?
It's called,
Sorry, what?
as the young people call it, crash out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll crash out.
Well, still, I realized that Injustice is not very original because I remember the Justice League cartoon.
Yeah. Well, that was
The
the
awards.
Well, that's the argument that people have made is that like DC's had chances at making their own universe, but they don't because Batman is the only hero that they do.
He keeps overshadowing the other series.
Look, let it be honest. Batman's the golden goose for a reason. Like, he's literally the golden child of DC when it comes to movies. Like,
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault
It's
that
not.
he's successful. Like, his like that
It's
character.
only the successful film series they have.
Well, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
my problem is that they really don't give Superman
A chance.
to succeed. I think Superman
Flash.
or the Flash or
Yeah.
anyone else. And that's the sad truth of the matter is that like if you're gonna start a universe, they should have started with just Superman. If you're
Yeah.
really doing it, no other hero in this movie. It's just Superman, and let the character speak, and that will then build the universe.
Like, I'm gonna go real quick on a limb here. I don't think when they did the Justice League movie, right? I don't think they should have had Ezra Miller as the Flash.
I also
I think they should have went with Grant Gustin originally.
but that again, they wanted star power.
I know.
And Gustafson wasn't star power yet.
I know.
I also like to point out, you and I also said this. My problem that I'm having right now is that okay, they've announced Superman. Now they've announced Supergirl. They've announced like the Green Lantern TV show. They've announced the other thing. Can we just, for the love of God, just have Superman and like wait till after the movie appears so we can actually have like I don't know some more stuff to build off of?
Yes.
Like when people are like cheering for Superman, they're like you can then have like a scene, like an end credit scene of like I don't know Batman or the Justice League being formed.
Or you could have that scene, and plus, at the same time, you could have someone being like a woman like with glasses saying, "I'm on my way, Clark," and it just takes off with Supergirl.
Yeah, but you don't have to announce it.
You know,
because if you announce it, then the audience knows it's coming.
Yeah.
I would have Clark Kent run into the Martian Manhunter in his disguise.
Yeah, but that's the one reason why Marvel was so successful. When they were announcing their movies, Iron Man came out. The next movie was hinted at was General Ross. We had no idea they were talking about Hulk.
Yeah.
Then, when the Hulk movie ended, we got a cutscene to Iron Man 2. We had no idea that we knew they were going to do an Iron Man 2. We just had no idea when they were going to start filming and stuff like that. When they were doing the Marvel stuff, they never announced the next movie. They would wait till the end credit scene, and then that's them announcing the next movie, which builds excitement
Yeah.
for the movie franchise.
Makes sense.
That's why like we got super excited for Captain America when like we got super excited for Thor because when we saw the hammer in the desert, like
I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
shit, let's
we got
go.
super excited
Bound
for
to
Thor.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got super excited for Thor. They never announced Thor until after that moment. You had to watch the end credit scene to know what movie was coming out.
And see, well, DC should do that.
Dude, DC wants to be Marvel right now, so that's why they're announcing everything early. And it's like, dude, just let it breathe.
Literally.
All they care about is trying to it's a rivalry.
And that's why it's
A petty
going,
one.
and unfortunately, and I'm sorry to say this, that's why it's going to fail. And the reason why the Batman 2 is going to succeed is because the Batman is literally
The Golden Goose.
the Golden Goose.
Yes.
And also, the last movie was pretty successful.
And they're going out with a rocking list of
Oh,
villains.
dude, with Scarecrow and possibly the Joker being in this. It's
And
gonna
I've
be-
heard that might be Zaz as well.
that's gonna be like a bitchy movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, whoever plays Batman in this universe, I'd rather have Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Same.
And I like Christian Bale more.
Yes.
He's my favorite Batman / Bruce Wayne because he actually got the fucking dual identity right.
Yeah.
He
did.
played a really good Bruce Wayne.
No, I
and he
agree.
played a fantastic Batman.
Well,
Well,
no,
yeah.
shit.
Well,
I can do without the
the stupid voice.
stupid accent,
Yeah,
you know.
the stupid voice. But overall,
fucking hurts.
yeah, but overall, I mean, it wasn't horrible. If anything, Michael Keaton played a better Batman.
I like my
Oh, yeah.
portrayal. Yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry, a little tangent there for like DC and Marvel, but I'm just like I'm so sick and tired of this because I'm
over it.
Well, like I said, I'm 60-40. Like, there's a part of me that's still excited for Superman, but there's another part that's like, I really don't like that costume, and I really don't like that he does not look like Superman.
Yeah. And I'm also really afraid for Fantastic Four.
Same. I'm super. I even though Galactus looks cool,
Yeah.
we don't know if it is Galactus. It could be the daughter.
Yeah. The costumes look good,
Yeah.
but they have so much they could fuck up on is the problem.
That's true. That's true. Also, they're introducing Franklin Richards, which they shouldn't.
That's too early.
That's way too early.
Yeah.
Like, when I found out that they're hinting that Sue Storm might be pregnant in this movie, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Well, so you mentioned they're from the past, right?
No, they're from an alternate Earth that takes place in the 60s.
Yes.
Okay, I thought.
Another alternate Earth.
They're from another Earth that just happens to be in the 60s right now.
Wouldn't it make more sense if it took place in the main universe in the past and
Wouldn't it make
Well,
more?
hold on.
Yeah.
Look at.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned Franklin Richards, and what if he was born in the 60s, and then the team would travel like accidentally will go into the present, and he's now he's now
Dude, the reason why they did another Earth is because of the multiverse of madness shit.
X-Men or like.
Well, dude, the multiverse of madness shit. That's the reason why they did another Earth.
Okay, I just really wish they would have kept John Krasinski as
True.
Richards.
True.
Yeah, I like them. Yeah, but
Like the only reason they're even bringing Pedro Pascal
it's because
is
he's famous.
because he's box office.
Yeah, he's
Right
famous. That's why.
I mean, he's fresh off of Last of Us, so that makes a lot of
Of course he is. That's why.
Oh, look, but yeah,
I would
that's
say that because I've been rewatching The Office.
Oh,
My
okay.
brother
Jim,
watches that still.
yeah, Jim is one of my
Your favorites?
favorites.
I never liked The Office, I'm gonna be honest.
But that's why I'm saying. It's just like, for me, and that's why I said I'm 60-40. I'm excited for Superman more so than I am for Fantastic Four. But like I said, and like it's a nitpick, I don't like the S. I understand that the S is public domain and they don't want that S to be, seen. I understand that. But I would rather have the original S.
I agree.
It's just a classic look. You don't need to do much. It's a good look. Also, that suit sucks ass. Like, it literally does. Every time I look at it, I find something new about it I don't like.
Star-Lord.
I'm 60-50. I'm really looking forward to the Superman movie.
Yeah.
But I'm also afraid for Superman movie and for the Fantastic Four movie.
Well, I'm also like, I'm another reason why I'm mad too about
Yeah.
Superman. They're using Guy Gardner.
Oh my
They're using Guy Gardner as the Green Lantern instead of fucking Hal Jordan. Or God, like you could have used the other one.
Wait, which one is he?
Guy Gardner is the redhead.
He's the redhead.
Oh,
Dumbass.
yeah.
Or the asshole.
Yeah. They could have used Hal Jordan or like freaking
John
John Stewart
Yeah.
or like Danny. What's his name?
Writer. Kyle.
Kyle Rayner.
The black.
Yeah.
They could have used Kyle Rayner. They could have used any of the other Green Lanterns. Why did it have to be fucking Guy Gardner?
Also, he's in a Peacemaker.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that too. But like it did, and they chose Nathan Fillion, which I would have been like, Nathan Fillion should be Hal Jordan because he voices Hal Jordan in all of the animated
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I agree.
Why is he Guy Gardner?
Looking he plays like his like dad or something, you know. But
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, why couldn't he have just been Hal Jordan? Like, Hal Jordan is the greatest Green Lantern of all because he's older than the others.
Yeah, I mean, Hal Jordan has always been my favorite Green Lantern.
Yeah, but he's like the first Green Lantern. He's Earth's first Green Lantern,
Yes.
and then everybody else came after him.
Yeah.
So
Stewart,
he should
yeah.
be the older gentleman, not Guy Gardner.
yeah,
Like Guy Gardner should be a young doofus.
No shit.
a douchebag. Yeah,
Yeah. Also, I question why he's a Green Lantern in the beginning, but whatever.
he should be
He should be a Red Lantern.
yeah because of his
Anger issues.
Yeah, he has a lot of anger issues.
and his hair too.
That too. I don't know. And then
It's-
and then Mr. Terrific, I have no interest. I do not care.
Yeah, because he's
I
here
told you,
because
I told
he's
you.
gay.
I told you, he fits the quota. He's black and he's gay.
I wonder if they're gonna have. Imagine if they had the guy who's like Mr. Penelic or whatever it is.
Oh,
Nix's-
Nix's Picklick.
Yeah, imagine if they have him as a villain in this.
They're not.
Maybe
It looks like it's
He
gonna
might-
be. It looks like it's gonna be Metallo.
maybe he might appear at the end.
He might,
Like,
yeah, he
He
could.
could. He could appear at the. It's either gonna be Metallo or Brainiac with Lex Luthor as the secondary villain.
Yeah,
I think Metallo because
I have a feeling it's Metallo.
I think so too.
It should be Metallo because for Superman to get that fucked up.
It has to be Metallo. Yeah.
yeah,
At the
and,
beginning.
yeah, Metallo or Metallo because I was thinking of maybe Toyman.
Well,
Yeah.
you and I thought Toyman for what we thought would our version would be, how we would do it.
He may have a robot or something.
Yeah, but then again, like, so from the trailer I gathered, real quick, is that Superman looks like he, instead of what he normally does to save people, he steps into it and stops a conflict in the Middle East,
Yeah.
which sets off a chain reaction, to which why the media is questioning why do we need a Superman? And, like, if he's just gonna be God and dictate how we fight, then why do we need him? And that's gonna be what Lex Luthor does to kind of like set
The motion.
the
yeah.
motion in the place of maybe building a Metallo to go against Superman if he picks the wrong side.
That's probably the plot.
That I
Yeah.
guarantee you that's the
It
plot.
is the plot.
I just guessed it.
Well,
I'm going along with that.
he sounds better than Lex Luthor in the Snyderverse.
True.
Yeah.
He also looks a hell of a lot better
uh,
than Jesse Eisenberg.
oh my god, he does. I agree. Like Nicholas Holt.
He looks a lot like Michael Rosenbaum, which I'm excited for because
Me too. Yeah.
He's my favorite Lex Luthor.
So is mine. Yeah, it's mine. Yeah.
So if this guy actually plays him like that, I would be excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's pretty much. And the Fantastic Four, I swear to God,
I can't handle another. heartbreak.
No, I can't handle another fucking trailer. If the next trailer reveals that it's Galactus's daughter, I am literally gonna be like, fucking God.
All right, I'll wait.
I'm saying this now. I cannot handle.
I will walk out of the theater. If we go and it's Galactus, like it's revealed it's the daughter, I will get up and say, fuck this shit! And
I'm
walk
out.
out. I will walk out.
No, we'll do what Peter Griffin did. What's he in a crappy comedy? He's like, done. Hey, leaves.
Yeah.
No,
John.
I'm sick and tired of this because it's like I just want to see an actual Galactus. I do not want to see the daughter.
I don't know.
He's not
I mean,
hard.
from the trailer, like the last part where like they kind of see Galactus, he looks like pretty small compared to.
Well, he actually can do that.
Unicron.
Yeah, but he actually can do that. He can because he is a god. Basically, he was around before the Big Bang. He can change his height.
In size, yeah.
What I don't understand is why it's so hard to include him in live action. Because he's just the guy.
Well, CGI is expensive.
Well, CGI, it's a guy in a.
Well, to be fair, you can green screen him.
Exactly.
Literally,
Yeah.
you can literally have the guy in the outfit and just green screen, and then.
To be fair, it's the same reason why it was hard to create Unicron or Planetron for
Unicron?
Unicron for the Transformers movies
Well,
because they're so
always-
gigantic.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
They're really expensive.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, to be fair, but they made Unicron Earth,
that's true too. Yeah,
Which is
was
kind of stupid, yeah.
It's just very stupid.
yeah,
Unicron should be a giant robotic planet,
yeah.
like
Organism,
Cybertron,
yeah.
like Cybertron, which is what they did in Beast Wars, which is
Yeah.
what was really cool because we got to see the actual Unicron. You're like, oh shit,
Yeah,
yeah, nice.
that was a good movie. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, no, but I just, I don't know. I don't think they'll do it. I think they'll keep Galactus, but there's just a part of me that's like, they did it to Silver Surfer.
For
They
some reason.
did it to Silver Surfer, and there's a part of me that's like, they could do a fake out. It's Galactus's daughter.
They want us to
Hate them? Yes.
Yeah.
very much so.
I'm saying it now. I cannot handle the Fantastic Four Heartbreak Letdown.
Look, I like the first Fantastic
Oh,
Four
that
movie.
is a good movie.
The very first Fantastic Four movie, I liked.
I liked it
Me
too.
too, yeah.
I really did. And I'm going to be honest, I did not hate Silver Surfer.
I tolerated it.
I
like it.
actually like the CGI of Silver Surfer in that movie because he actually looks way better
Oh, he does, yeah.
than this one,
He should be used for
which is sad.
Yeah, he should be used for this movie.
Norman Reed should be the Silver Surfer in this
Yes.
movie, not his girlfriend.
Wait,
or
is his actual
sister.
girlfriend in
Yes, this is his actual girlfriend. This is who Norman Reed saves in order to so Galactus doesn't eat his planet.
Well, so the roles are reversed.
Ah.
The roles are reversed.
So
So what we're gonna find out is that she's going to save Norman Reed, and then they're gonna make Norman Reed a dick, and he's gonna run off with another girl.
oh fuck.
What the fuck,
You
bro?
know they're gonna do
What
that.
the
You-
fuck?
That's exactly what.
Dude, I
they're
know
gonna
they're
do.
not gonna. I know they're gonna do that, but why would they do that?
No one is
But-
that stupid, okay?
Dude, they are that stupid. Don't act
No,
like.
don't.
No,
It's Hollywood
no.
we're talking about here, dude. They're gonna do that. They're gonna push an agenda. Men are bad.
Brrr.
Especially spacemen.
Yeah.
It's okay. So apparently, obviously, that's not true. Hollywood is using the men are bad.
I like to point out the Silver Surfer female that they're trying to say was in the comic book. She was only in the comic book for one page,
Yeah, but
which is a what if comic book. If Norman Reed wasn't the Silver Surfer,
Yeah.
it was his girlfriend.
doesn't she die in that same page?
That's the sad truth.
Yeah.
They're using a one page. The reason why she's in this movie, and they're saying she was a Silver Surfer. She was Silver Surfer for like 5 seconds.
And then she dies.
Why is this happening?
That's the only reason that's their only excuse.
Yeah.
Well, technically she was Silver
Technically,
Surfer
yeah, for a page.
for a page.
For a page, like, why would you like? It's like having, it's like starring. What? I'm trying to think of a parallel. It's like having.
It's like Supergirl. If Supergirl landed first and Superman was a child.
the blonde. He's the blonde cousin.
Uh-huh. And she was raised by Martha and Jonathan Kent, and she's Laura Kent.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah. So,
And Clark Kent was raised by her family.
what might happen in the future?
I mean, I'm just saying. It could. That's how you would reverse that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think that's
Gotta
enough.
move on because-
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough anger.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to our Sinners review.
Okay.
Okay, I think
This was fun.
yeah.
All right.
Do you want to start with strong arms, and then we'll
Since
go around?
strong arms went first, he saw it
Okay.
first. You can give us your score first.
I'll say
That's fair.
9 out of 10 for that one.
I'm going to go second that. It's a 9 out of 10 for me.
I'm gonna third it 9 out of 10.
Are you kidding me right
It
now?
was a great movie.
Is that-
It was a
It
good
was
film,
good.
dude.
Okay, yeah.
It
I'll check it out.
Okay. Well,
phenomenal.
first of all, when I heard that it was Ryan Coogler directing, Mike Jordan starring, that
What?
that
Wait,
sensed me immediately.
Sorry, break it up a little
Every
bit.
movie.
Yeah. So
When he heard that it was
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler and
directing,
Michael B. Jordan.
starring.
Yeah, starring in it. It was awesome.
Every movie that they've done together has been great. Like the first Creed movie, Black Panther,
Oh, okay.
and a movie back in the day called Fruitvale Station.
Mhm.
I never saw that.
All of them were just so good.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
So that-
I'll give a synopsis, my synopsis, because I can't remember. So in this movie, we have Michael B. Jordan's character, who he plays twins.
Twins?
Yeah, he plays twins. Stack and
Stack.
Stack, like Smokestack
Yeah.
and Smoke.
Yeah.
Right, Smoke?
Yeah, Smoke. I think it is. Yeah.
Was it Smoke? Kyle?
Yes, Smoke and Stack.
Yeah, so
That's
he
right.
plays twins, Smoke and Stack.
Okay.
They just got back to Mississippi,
Yeah.
their hometown, where their cousin lives, and his dad is a preacher,
Sammy.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they call him Preacher Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
preacher boy. And Sammy is a wannabe or coming up at blues guitar player. He's learning how to play the blues and play guitar.
What year is this?
1931.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Early 30s.
Like
Yeah,
early
31,
30s.
yeah.
All right. In the West or something?
So
South.
South. Okay.
yeah, south. It's
In the
rural
deep south.
Yeah, Mississippi, obviously.
Okay.
So Stack and Smoke. Wait, isn't it? Hold on. Isn't it the Bayou?
No, it's Mississippi.
Okay, I was gonna say. I
It would
thought
be
maybe
the
it might
Bayou,
be.
actually. It would be Bayou.
It would have been cool if it was the Bayou.
Yeah, I would too, but it,
But no, it's Mississippi. No, so Smoke and Stack are returning from Chicago because they committed a job where they robbed both the Irish mafia and the Italian mob.
Oh,
Or
God.
AKA Al Capone.
Time, the Italian mob in Chicago was run by Scarface Al Capone, which you did not want to rob him because he would fucking kill you.
As a Chicagoan, I can tell you this: robbing Al Capone, you got a death wish.
Yeah, so yeah, they got out of town fast.
Yes.
So Smoke and Stack buy a juke joint in the, I think on the river. It's a
On the
Well,
I think
okay,
yeah.
they buy old farmland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an
and they
old
turn it
mill,
into
an
a
old
juke
mill.
joint.
an old mill, and then
An old
turn it
mill,
into a
yeah.
juke joint.
Yeah.
What?
A
A
juke,
juke joint.
a juke joint is basically a bar for music. Like,
Back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day.
that's what.
yeah.
So it's called juke. So like a jukebox.
And it's also how the people used to run alcohol outside them for
Yeah, like
protest
prohibition.
prohibition.
Yeah, it's prohibition time, so they actually have. I believe Stack takes Sammy and they go get the other blues musician
Yeah.
and other crowd and fans,
Yeah.
while Smoke goes on his own job of getting a sign made
Yeah.
and
Stuff for
I
food.
guess seeing his buried daughter and his
That was the son.
no, it's a daughter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And his ex-wife, and his lover,
Fling, yeah.
lover or fling, who is
I would say a voodoo priest.
voodoo priestess.
Yeah.
She believes in voodoo.
Okay.
You know, so Sammy is showing off his skills to Stack and the other blues. Well, he doesn't show it to the other blues musician because they're gonna have a little duel at the juke joint
Mm-hmm.
to see who's the better blues musician.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they end up meeting Stack's ex-fling, who is a half-white girl, half-black
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
This is the one played by Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, Haley Steinfeld's character she's Gwen. She's Gwen.
Is she the mermaid? Ariel?
No, she's Spider-Gwen from Spider-Verse.
Okay.
That's her voice.
Wait, she's half black?
Yep.
And also,
Did you play?
also in Hawkeye.
In the show, in the movie, she's half black. I don't think is she half black in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, she's half black in real life.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, what else would?
Wait. I'm sorry. I just was surprised. She voiced. Well, I guess what she's half is. I don't know.
Dude, it's just her voice. Who cares?
Yeah,
Her voice,
Like,
right?
who cares what she looks like?
I'm sorry. All right. So you were saying. I'm sorry. You were saying.
Yeah. So no, they meet her character at the place where they get the harmonica player.
At the train station.
Yeah, at the train station. They get the harmonica player by promising beer,
Yeah.
Irish beer, so he
Okay.
can drink to his heart content.
He's also an alcoholic.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in a dark, secluded farmhouse, we're introduced to a man on the run that's being chased by Native Americans, Choctaw Native Americans, and the farmer and his, I guess, wife decide to hide him in their barn or in their farmhouse. The wife tells the Indians that she has no idea where that guy went, and they kind of run off. They ride off, but they call her weird.
Yeah.
They say she's weird, and she goes inside to a surprise where her husband has been brutally murdered by a vampire.
I just love that line that he gives him. Yeah.
That was a very good. And also those eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm usually a snob when it comes to vampire movies. As you know, werewolves are my favorite
Yes, we
kind
know.
of film. I like these vampires.
Yeah,
I will
they
say-
were really good.
Yeah.
They were really good. Also, I like this premise of like the vampires don't have any agenda. They just show up to cause havoc.
Yeah, they're just there to have fun.
Yeah, that's all they're there for.
I mean, well, but they're just hungry, right?
Yeah, they're just hungry. Also, they get lured in by the theme of this movie, where music lures in the devil.
Yes.
Like
like
Blues.
the blues.
Samuel Davis.
Hence why they call it
story.
the devil's
Mhm.
music.
Yep.
Oh.
That's why when Sammy's playing blues guitar, the vampires are just beyond hearing his music, and they get lured into the juke joint.
It's like, hey.
That's also the main reason. That's one of the main reasons why I thought the movie was called Sinners, was because I thought it was about an old blues musician who sold his soul at the crossroads to get his gifts.
Talent.
Yeah, his talents. I did not expect it to be a vampire movie, which I was actually pleasant surprised. I actually liked it.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a good movie.
A good twist.
Yeah, it's a good twist. But so Sammy lures them in. They're like vampires. They have to be invited in. They can't just immediately come in. They have to be invited.
That's so stupid. I don't know.
Well, it's but I think it's because like the undead, it's like they can't cross into a place of the living, but they can cross into like graveyards. And so like if you hid in a monastery, they technically don't need permission because it's a dead place. They're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But because you're in the place of the living, they have to have permission, or else they kind of get stuck outside.
Well,
I know it's a stupid rule that you know.
Well, I picture. Is he my vampire? My favorite version of the virus is the virus ones. Sure, it makes you stronger, but you can't go in the sun anymore, and you can't
Oh, you mean like movie the show The Strain?
maybe
Yeah.
or
I don't know. I kind of like.
Daybreak or something.
I don't know. I kind of like old school vampires. I'm sorry. I like the idea that like they need permission to come in. Like they don't. Like they can't. Like It's just like it's also like the like crosses hurt them. Like it's like basically like a religious thing.
Well, I mean, sunlight
Affects them too.
it does, yeah.
So it also affects them in this movie as well.
Yeah, but
So the vampires are musicians. The head vampire I think is an Irish.
Yes, he's an Irishman because only this quote. Something the song that he sings when they're all dancing out when they're looking out into the field.
Yes.
That is an Irish song. It is an Irish folk song. So yes, he is definitely Irish.
Oh, okay.
And he's a very good singer too.
Yes.
The guy who played the vampire is a very good singer. Because everybody in this movie that plays, they actually are playing the instruments and singing.
Yeah,
they're actually professionals.
Yeah, they're actually professional people that are doing the job. So I appreciate that. I thought the music was great.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal, the music. They ask, I think Smoke, if they can come in. He says no, because they're weird. Also, they're white folks. So why would white folks want to be caught dead in
a black man's home?
A juke joint.
Well, owned by black people.
Yeah.
So they are told no. So they kind of go off, and Haley Steinfeld's character, I forget her name, for the life of me. She really didn't impress me that much. Her character is stupid. Too.
Yeah. But I think it's good.
Yeah, her character was dumb because like she told Stack like, let me go in there, let me go talk to them. She's she's light skinned, so they're gonna tell her the truth and all. And like, I was just like, you are a dumb fucking bitch. You just are dumb as hell. And so she goes off to talk to them, and they're singing and dancing, all that, having a good time outside. And they basically look at her and
reveal the red eyes.
Yeah, they reveal their red eyes, and she tries to run away, and they get her.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she's our age.
Yeah. They get her, and they turn her into a vampire. So naturally,
sinners. I'm trying to see her. Oh. Her name is Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
Great idea, because Mary on the cross.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're right.
No, so Mary decides. So Mary, because
Mary
now she's a vampire. She gets let in.
Yeah. Ooh.
She gets to go in.
Yeah.
Because they don't know she's a vampire.
Right.
So she goes in. And she goes with her boyfriend Stack, who's played by Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
And they are initiating in sex, which turns rather bloody.
Very PG way to put it.
Yeah, it's very PG.
Yeah.
Very PG, but I'm trying to not.
I got you.
We're on YouTube, so.
She
kill him? She kills him, but turns him into a vampire.
Okay.
So.
Smoke?
Stack.
Okay.
Yeah, Stack. The younger brother, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, it seems like in this one, if they bite you and suck your blood, that turns you into a vampire. They don't have to do like the shedding of their own blood and you
drink it. Yeah, they don't have to do anything like that.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything like that.
You just get bit, you're a vampire now.
I kind of prefer this method of like cutting yourself and making them drink from you because it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes you the progeny.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Like them biting you and just automatically turning you into a vampire kind of seemed lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, in this movie,
Actually, my idea of what happens when they bite you is that you become like they're a slave. Because the venom is like.
Oh yeah, that's the other two. They bite you and you become their slave, or they can turn you into a vampire.
Yeah. Well, in this case, you're still a human.
Well, yeah.
You call it a thrall.
Yeah, it's called. Yeah, they do
thrall,
that. There's a lot of lore that they can do that too. They bite you and they turn you into a slave.
Yeah. It's like master. Yeah, have my blood.
I don't know. Strong arms. Which one do you like? Do you like the idea of them having to cut themselves and you drinking from their blood, or
where's the bite?
That seems pretty convoluted to me.
I don't think that's convoluted. I think that's pretty.
I think I like that one more because that's the way that Anne Rice went about it, and she is.
Well, no, but also like their blood is contaminated.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they have to cut themselves in order to.
Yeah.
So is there like it's not just their blood; it's their whole DNA.
Well, that too. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly fine to me that, like, if a vampire bites you, I mean, as far as I know, that's the norm for how you turn into a vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too normal.
Well, there's some other things they can say. Like, for example, I've seen it where like some people can't be turned if they're like pure of heart, like if they're like a truly good person.
Yeah, I know.
Then
Or-
they can't be turned, or if they're like
Or a virgin or something.
no, a virgin can be turned. Again, they have to be certain requirements have to be met for you not to be turned. Either pure of heart, or like devoted to the church. Usually is another one.
Anyway, continuing on. So Stack is killed. Sam finds him. Sam finds Haley eating,
Chowing down.
chowing down, and then
Mary.
Smoke finds Mary. Sorry, finds Mary chowing down, and then Smoke grabs his guns and then shoots Haley. Or sorry, Mary outside the door.
Yeah.
And they close the door, and they close Stack into the room. And Smoke is upset because his brother is
dying.
Is dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
And then and then out of nowhere they hear, "Yo, Smoke, let me out! It's your brother Stack. He's alive."
Stack, you dead.
Yeah, Stack. That's not Stack. Don't nobody let him out now.
Yeah.
Nobody let him out. I forget how they get him outside.
He breaks through the door.
Oh, garlic.
Yeah,
There's
garlic. Yeah, he breaks through the door and then
they put garlic on him, and then he
runs
runs
garlic.
outside.
Pickled garlic.
Oh god.
And then the lady puts garlic on everybody.
Uh-huh.
And then the one Asian couple, she wants to leave to go back to their daughter. So she sends her husband outside, and guess what happens to the husband? Because he goes outside.
He gets to become a
He gets
vampire.
turned into a vampire.
So stupid.
I'm gonna ask a quick question for the people who've seen the movie. Okay, in the scene where all the vampires are outside the juke joint, and they're saying, "Join us," right? You cannot deny they make an enticing offer because in that group that is true equality.
Well, yeah, because it's like they're like first off, like they're technically demons in a way because like they're theoretically they're saying they're Stack and Mary and this person, but they're cursed because they can't go to heaven. They're forever stuck down here as a vampire.
Yeah.
So they're kind of stuck. So, and like the head vampire actually offers Smoke a chance at equality, true equality, even though he's a white guy. He doesn't see color.
Yeah.
He sees steak. Or a succulent blood bag.
So my question is, in the same scenario, you're in that juke joint. Do you join them?
No.
No?
I'd rather not die.
Okay. Kyle, you joining or not?
No, I happen to like the sun,
Thank you.
and I cook with garlic often.
Even though my favorite song is Blue Oyster Cult, I Love the Night,
Yeah.
which is a vampire song, and
I know.
you actually listen to it. It's I love the night. It talks about like a beautiful lady in white who like the sun's okay, but I live to see those rays dissipate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I like that song. Even though it's my favorite song, I like the song.
I'm gonna be honest. I would have a hard time saying no, but I think I could not go with them.
Well, considering that your process of becoming a vampire is literally them all attacking you. And
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. That would be your process of like becoming a vampire. Also, they want Sam. They like literally say we want Sam.
All you gotta do is give us Sam and
yeah,
you're good to
we'll
go.
leave. Yeah, all you gotta do is give us Sam, the guy who makes beautiful music.
Right.
You gotta give us him, and we'll leave.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, honestly, Smoke's not gonna.
No, Smoke's not gonna.
No, he's
sacrifice
not giving
his
him
cousin.
Sam. Yeah.
He's not gonna sacrifice his cousin. The vampires play a dirty trick on the one woman. They basically say like, "We're gonna go kill your daughter. We know where she is,
Yeah.
and she'll let us in because we have daddy." you know, she'll listen. So she literally yells out, "Come in, you!"
spun up a thing.
Which basically allows them to now come in.
Right.
Which was the dumbest move out of all.
Oh, it was so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so dumb. And she immediately dies.
Well, correct. More accurately, she burns herself and her husband alive.
Yes.
Smart. It was smart.
Also orphaning her daughter.
True.
Yeah.
Not smart, but
Yeah.
smart.
Smart.
Yeah. The voodoo priest dies. I think she get shot.
No, she gets bit.
Yeah, but then
She gets staked through the heart.
oh yeah,
Because she
because she
made
doesn't want to become.
She made Smoke promise that she would do it.
Yeah, Smoke had the in order.
Oh, yeah.
Because she wanted to be with their baby.
Yeah.
Because their baby was waiting up in heaven for them.
Oh, yeah. True. I
Yeah,
guess.
so she can't go to heaven if she's a vampire.
Yeah.
So Smoke and Sam get out. They get outside, and then they basically survive until sunup,
Yeah.
which kills all the vampires. I'm trying not to spoil as much as I can.
I got you.
Yeah. So they survive till sunup. Smoke tells Sam to go home and see his daddy.
Yeah.
Preacher, go to sermon. And then he stays because apparently the vampire before he got there, the stop he made was at a nephew and his wife's place where the guy who sold them the juke joint is part of the KKK.
He's the Grand Dragon of the KKK in
Yeah,
Mississippi.
and he's coming to
Blow him up.
or destroy the juke joint with
Yeah.
them in it.
Right.
And Smoke stays, and basically the final moment of his life is basically killing all the KKK members as he's dying.
Yeah.
With a bar machine gun.
Yeah.
With a Tommy gun. It's a
Yeah.
Tomlinson.
Nice.
And then Sammy tells his daddy that he's leaving forever, and he's gonna be a blues man in Chicago. He goes to Chicago, and the final scene is him playing his guitar, electric guitar, him in his bar, his own juke joint.
Yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan, Stack, and Mary walk in.
1992.
Yep.
They
And
survived?
They survived.
60 years later.
They weren't there when the sun came up.
They ran into the forest.
Yeah, they ran. No, they were in the building.
So they ran into the forest.
No, that's why Smoke stopped them. They were in the building.
Okay.
I knew that. I saw. They never came out of the building.
Okay.
Did you go to the bathroom when it happened?
No, I was in the movie and there was a split scene where it looked like they ran into a forest, but I could be wrong.
No, they were in the building
Okay.
because they were hiding from the sun. They can't.
Oh, that's true.
If you go into the forest, where are you going? There's nowhere
Shade.
to run. Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
shade's not gonna help.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you gotta be in that building. No, so they basically tell Sammy that you still play acoustic. He's like, yeah, I still play acoustic. And he says, it's like, why didn't you come? He's like, I promised Smoke I wouldn't
I wouldn't come for you.
I would stay away from you. They basically offer Sammy a chance at
Eternal life.
because Sammy has cancer.
He's dying.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why they're there. Is
What does he accept?
no.
No, he says, I've seen enough sorrow and pain in my life. I think I'm just gonna die.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I would too.
Well, when you get to that point, like when you get to that age, that old age.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did shed a tear because all Smoke does is give his cousin a hug and says, I love you, and leaves. And
it was great.
yeah.
It was great ending. I liked it. This really, like, it felt like an old school monster movie where the monster just shows up, it causes mayhem. They don't have to have a reason, they don't have to have a purpose, they're just there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the movie is so good because, I mean, I don't know. I'm too used to Hollywood having awful movies, I guess.
I really do think that when you have a director and they're world class, and Michael B. Jordan is a world class actor, and
Yeah.
And
you
chemistry's good.
have two, and they team up,
Good chemistry.
and they get
Yeah,
great
that's what I
chemistry.
said.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said it from the beginning. Every time those two get together and make a movie, it turns into a great movie. Every time.
Yeah, I agree.
I also like to point out the first Creed movie also had Sylvester Stallone in it.
Oh yeah.
So Sylvester Stallone ain't gonna do nothing. Like he ain't gonna destroy nothing.
Yeah.
Mm.
He wants that movie to be successful. So I liked it. That's why I gave it a 9 out of 10, and that's why this podcast has a vampire theme
Yes.
a little bit. So so I think our vampire discussion was the blood sucking, how we would turn into a vampire.
Yeah.
So let's go into our favorite monsters, supernatural monsters.
And is your last topic or?
There's what? Where's the list?
It could be under his phone, right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on his phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Wait.
Uh,
No, it's not mine.
there.
Yeah, no, you have no. This isn't the last topic. You have
Yeah, I kind of.
no rock concert.
Rock concert. Why the Rocks are the best concert.
All right.
Yeah, that will be our last one. So let's do our favorite supernatural monsters.
All right.
Do you want me to start?
Might as well.
Okay, so we're just doing 5 or
No. Our favorite.
Yeah.
Our
just
favorite?
Our favorite.
Overall.
Overall.
Okay, so werewolves.
I figured.
Yeah.
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 Everyone knows that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Or I guess you could do some. My favorite is I like werewolves, but I really, really do like vampires. I do like vampires. Not all vampires. Well, I'm not looking at you, Twilight. I don't like you.
Same.
I don't like Twilight, but Nosferatu, great movie.
Oh, yeah.
This one,
Nosferatu.
good movie. Any of the supernatural TV show vampires that we get to see.
And Rice films?
Yeah, and
Wait,
those.
does that include True Blood?
No.
I never saw that.
No, Dracula. That movie was a really good one.
Blade?
Yeah, Blade. That's another good one.
What about Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, wait until
Season
the final season. Then it's
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But until then, it was
It's
actually
pretty good.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
All right.
All right, yours, Ginger. Your favorite supernatural monster?
I would say. I'm thinking like. Frankenstein. Yeah, because he's like strong and like.
Well, they have there's so many good stories.
With Frankenstein, yeah.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, plus like I kind of find him relatable.
Also, I'd like to point out that's actually one of my favorite Scooby-Doo episodes is when they battle a vampire, a werewolf, and Frankenstein.
That one?
To a race.
No, it's an actual
Episode in
it's
the
an actual
original
episode.
series.
They go to Franken Castle where they meet Frankenstein, werewolf, and the
Dracula.
and Dracula.
Right.
It's actually really fun. All right,
Yeah.
sorry. Sean Arms, your favorite supernatural monster?
I'll have to go with vampires as well.
Woo!
I think they're the most sophisticated.
That is true. You have to admit, werewolves are a little bit more like.
The werewolves. So here's what vampires are the upper scale, the high society monster.
Yeah.
Where the werewolf is the beast that lives inside all man.
Sure.
Is what do demons count or?
Yeah, demons
Well,
count.
yeah, demons count. Yeah.
Yeah, demons
Oh,
count.
like-
Demons are actually, in some cases, demons are the fathers of vampires in some
Yeah.
stories.
In other stories, vampires are a progeny of Cain.
The
Oh
first
yeah,
serial
okay.
killer.
Well,
Yeah.
No, the first serial killer.
I like it. I like the idea that I like what the underworld idea, where like have you seen Underworld? Oh yeah. So you know what the origin of the Lycans and the vampires, right? like two immortals are bitten by a wolf and a bat.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, one of my favorite ideas I had involved a supernatural show where it is about a private eye in New York where he learns about the underbelly of the supernatural monsters live in New York. And how vampires are kind of the heads of the elitists, whereas werewolves are more out in the country.
Yeah.
It was a really cool idea I came up with, where it was like, you take an aspect of like New York, obviously, and then you flip it on its head, and like there's gonna be an underworld of supernatural monsters. Like, where do they live? How do they?
I had an idea for a monster story. If you, I make it like X-Men. Instead of mutants, it's monsters. Werewolves.
Yeah, I can see that working. I can see that working.
Vampires, ghouls, witches. Well, which would be a major story, but since
If I had to go with the second monster that I like witches.
oh yeah,
Second monster for myself. I say Gorgons.
what's that?
Gorgons are basically
Medusa, right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
But they're so versatile. You could
I thought you said Gorkins, like
no Gorgons.
Well, and you also have ghosts like phantoms.
yeah, I guess yeah. That's actually my second favorite because they can play what tricks in your mind and.
And then obviously like demons are huge because they're like the cream of the crop when it comes to like evil.
Well, sometimes demons in movies are seen as like what Truth or Dare?
Mm.
Yeah. Like they're not very scary, but it's like it surprises you.
Well, if you're gonna go on if you do that one, but then you also have Buffy the Vampire, Slayer, their demon. Like I said,
Supernatural.
Demons. They're supernatural. Demons tend to be the godfather of the
monster world.
Yeah, evil.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of the first end all be all monsters that humans have to fight against, and then ghosts and phantoms, I'll pry from that.
Okay.
As well. So it all depends on what kind of story it fits your fancy when it comes to this stuff,
Okay.
That's kind of the whole thing. Also, for me, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Was the first time I ever watched supernatural cartoons, besides Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Yeah.
another one. But then Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy introduced you to a lot of other stuff, Supernatural, the TV show introduced you to that. Buffy the Vampire Slayer introduced you to this stuff. So if you're a fan of the occult and supernatural stuff, you're tending to kind of gravitate towards certain monsters.
Hell, if you want something fun and not scary but supernatural, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, that too.
Oh well, yeah. That's
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Or you can watch any anime really that involves vampires.
that's true too. Yeah.
Or Halloween specials and those.
Or your
cartoons.
Underworld movies.
Oh, yeah, Underworld, yeah.
movies. Or any werewolf movies, or any vampire movies, or any number of movies that Constantine, with dealing with demons and things like that.
Yeah. Or Devil May Cry.
Or that. It's there's so many different stories that involve the occult and supernatural that you're gonna find something you like.
Yeah.
And maybe, like Frankenstein, one of the classic books, or Dracula, which I would say is a little bit boring than Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It is kind of boring, but it's still a classic book nonetheless.
Yeah, I agree.
Aspect of it, I like everything about that, and when we saw Nosferatu, I was huge. I really enjoyed that. In Sinners, we really enjoyed Sinners. It's a fun like kind of movie, and for someone who's a werewolf lover to actually like get into something like this was probably like a big deal for him.
Well, no, I like vampires. It's
Yeah.
just the problem with vampires for me is the way they sexualize vampires. One, I don't like.
Oh,
Two,
yeah.
Oh god.
two, they're supposed to be unfeeling monsters, and then but you make them sexy. Like they.
Well, that's fucking.
That's Hollywood.
That's
Yeah.
Hollywood. And that's Twilight.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
just
my vampire for me, like the best vampire for me, are Anne Rice's because they are complex. You actually feel for them because not every one of them wants to do what they're doing. They have to.
Okay, first off,
Yeah.
I would say this. All right, throw away Twilight. Throw away the last 2 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer because they got stupid.
Vampirilla.
Vampirella. Well, I mean,
Vampirella is a pretty good. I like that. She's cool.
Yeah.
I'll go
she
over
is.
there.
She's too hot.
My dad. My dad owns Vampirella comic books.
So do I.
So I kind of like looked at him like, I know. I'm like, Dad, why do you buy Vampirella? He's like, for research.
Yeah, we know.
My favorite comic is Vampirilla.
Right.
And what's it about? Tits
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much.
and vampires.
Yeah. No, but like
You
if you
should read
throw
it.
if you throw away Twilight, you flush it down the toilet.
It never happened.
It never happened. Like realistically, like vampires, like how they lure their victims is through sexualization. So they kind of like they give you kind of like a false sense of safety, security. So like you're more at ease. So they have to kind of be a little sexy.
Yeah.
Like the way that they like. So that's why female vampires can lure males into their trap, or males can lure females into their trap. It's just something like. It's the mysterious factor too. Like they're mysterious. Like they don't really talk to you. They kind of they walk like you're beneath them.
Right.
And until they give you attention. And then you crave that attention, and it kind of lures you into a false sense of safety. And
Temptation.
Yeah, and then you follow them. I always how I theorize the vampire is that a vampire releases pheromones like a plant
Mm-hmm.
where
Affects you.
you
You're good with me? Or something?
yeah it affects your chemistry in your brain to where you
Dopamine.
become more You see them more sexually.
Stimulated.
Yeah, it's stimulated, and you follow them. You actually follow
You
them.
want more, right?
Yeah. And you feel like you're in a trance. They lure you into a trance.
This feels good.
Yeah. That's how I picture a vampire. That's how I picture them. And then
Oh my God.
they kind of talk to you, and the more that you're around them, the more
Hypnotization.
Is that-
the more hypnotized you become until they are biting down you, and you're like,
There's nothing you can do
and
anymore.
you're happy,
Yeah.
you're smiling.
Is that in allegory for grooming?
I mean, if
kind of.
if
you want to
wanna-
go there?
If you want to
I
go
think I
there,
want to,
but they're
because-
mostly adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
See, in a lot of vampire films, they do have a expression of not churning children for the fact purposes that children can't control their impulses.
Yeah. So
oh
they
yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of would prefer adults over
Yeah.
children. Also, another thing too, vampires don't have to suck you dry; they can just keep feeding on you.
Yeah.
So you're constantly in this state of hypnotism.
Euphoria.
Euphoria. So when they come to visit you, you're already kind of weakened, and then they just clamp down and suck what they need from you, and then they leave you there like a mosquito.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how I imagine. That's kind of how I imagine a vampire in my show. That's why my private eye character, when he interrupts a vampire club, he's like, freeze! Oh my god. And this is how he finds out that vampires are real, because he finds the woman
Mhm.
sucking down on one of his so-called people he's supposed to find. It was cool. I thought that was a cool way of like introducing him. He's like, "What the hell are you?"
Yay! What's up? What's up? Yay! I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Like yeah, and maybe have the name.
Oh, yeah.
Was he able to the killer or
No. He gets knocked out the window, and then he's saved by a werewolf, which is hence how I kind of mirrored her after Grimm, where he meets a werewolf.
Oh,
like
yeah,
in
yeah.
Grimm, and like
bro.
the werewolf teaches him the supernatural world of New York, and how they work.
Yeah.
Well, what if he's a lumberjack with a werewolf?
That's kind of how I pictured him.
Yeah,
Same.
like an angry, gruff,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
lumberjack. Is like and he smells you. Your presence like
You
Wait,
smell.
what?
You smell like them. And he's like, "You're dead." Because vampires smell dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're a corpse. They're a walking corpse. So of course they smell like the undead.
That's genius. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why werewolves and vampires don't like each other, because they're constantly smelling like a dead body.
Yeah.
Werewolves are more alive.
Yeah. Well, then they're also very sensitive with their nose. So
Yeah.
like, it's like,
They gotta stink also.
I
Lot
had a funny moment where the lumberjack is holding like a tissue when he's in the presence of a vampire, and he's like,
What do you
What?
want?
He's like, no. He's like, "Why are you covering your nose?" Her.
Her.
What do you mean by her? She smells.
Like iron. So
dead.
much iron.
She smells dead.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That rotting corpse. And he's like, oh.
It's like raw meat in the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they don't get along that way. I don't know. I thought that was a cool idea. I really like that.
I like it too, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the reason why vampires are kind of like my favorite. Werewolves are kind of my second favorite. You know, because I think an uncontrollable monster where like the human he can't control himself. Like, I can't control this beast. Like, if you do it's like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing where you feel bad for the guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I mean, I see. I'm at a conflict piece. I like werewolves where they can't be controlled, but I also like werewolves where the person has control.
I think of them as like Wolverine, except healing
Yeah, no.
doctor,
really
but
bad.
but the same personality. It's like
Yeah.
except without the bub stuff. It's like
I think this has been a fun. I think this is a good stopping off point for Supernatural.
Yeah.
We want to get into like the concert thing.
okay.
So
yeah, sure, let's do that.
we decided that the best concert to go to for any kind of music is rock concerts.
Yep.
I don't like rap. Going to rap concerts. I may like music, but going to an actual concert sounds boring. It sounds kind of stupid when the guy's just standing up there being like, and not even performing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the girls like pop
Or
stars.
just dancing.
Like,
Yeah.
well, they're just like moving their mouths, like just.
Yeah, and they're like lip syncing, and they're not even singing, and they're just like dancing most of the time, and it's like, yeah, it's impressive. Like, yeah, it's very impressive, but
Good for you.
yeah.
Do with the audience.
Yeah, I would rather watch. I don't know. I just like watching like a guitar player riff, like a solo, and like just watching drummers going crazy in the back.
It's natural.
Yeah, it's just so cool, and then like and then them just working together to make this beautiful
I think
sound.
the first time I ever felt like what you're describing, it's going to sound the most unlikely scenario, is watching Slipknot live.
All right, I can see it.
Yeah.
It's the way they're shredding the electric guitar, and the drummer is just going like ham. It's
Oh
I
no,
get it.
it's amazing.
Neil Peart.
Dude, seeing Rush is like
Like, he'll mind it,
seeing Rush and seeing like a world class drummer, something that you'll never get another chance to see Neil Peart. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen was just watching him during his drum solo, and he's using all the drums. He's like in a circle
And
of
the
fucking
and the
drums.
tambo.
He's using everything. He's
Yeah.
just using all of his percussions, and he's just like on beat, going fucking bananas, and like.
I think the two best songs for Rush for when you want to see Neil
Well, that
Peart
solo, that fucking solo,
yeah,
and
at his best is Tom Sawyer
yeah,
and Limelight. Those are the best songs to see Neil Peart at his best.
or his solo.
Oh yeah, or the solo, yeah.
The solo, dude. It was just so amazing. He would go like he's turning around and going all around and just utilizing all of the drum kit, and it was like holy shit. And he did all that, and the dude did all that and still had a tumor in his head.
Yeah.
Like holy hell.
The music is him.
Dude, some of the best, like some of the world-class best guitar players, just listening to them live and watching them do those riffs too, it's just like, oh my god, it's so cool.
You know what? It's kind of like a ventriloquist and a puppet, except it's a musical instrument. You become the guitar.
Well, have you ever
You're
seen?
part of
Have you ever seen well, he'll never perform again, but like, if you ever got a chance to see Peter Frampton live and watching him like play the guitar and like utilizing the ability to speak.
Harmonica too.
Well, yeah, utilizing the ability to speak with the guitar, where it's like, do you feel like I do? And he's using his Les Paul.
Yeah.
It's one of the most amazing concerts, and then like just. Like, and then like too, like the reason why I love guitar and the reason why I play, I'm not a great guitar player, but the reason why I play guitar and the reason why guitar is like my favorite instrument is just watching like when they get into their solos and you can just see them like going, like some of the best blues guitar players,
so ham.
some of the best guitar players just get into that solo and they're like in a groove where they're just like, it's just them and they could be, like they can be all alone, nobody watching them and they're just doing this, like.
I will say when you're listening to a blues guitarist that knows the guitar, it's like it's a deafening situation where I mean it like this. They're strumming and it's like the entire world disappears and it's just you, that and the guitarist and that guitar.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. It's one of the most amazing sounds.
Yes.
When you hear somebody that knows what they're doing with that instrument, it's one of the most amazing sounds.
Especially when they're singing from the fucking soul.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like, and you just feel like you could just vibe. You're just vibing with it. Like I know a lot of hip hop people will do that when they vibe to music. It's like but a lot of rockers do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe, man. It's a vibe.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Strong Arms, what do you think?
I would have to agree with you on all that. Also, off topic, but rock concerts are usually the easiest concerts to get drugs at.
True. True.
I was telling the guys, my dad, he grew up in the 70s.
So did mine.
Mine.
Well, so
we all know.
I'm sure at one point our dads had a little hookah, or
They got contact high for sure.
They did.
Okay, I'm the only one who knows for sure that my dad did that.
Oh, dude, his dad for sure did drugs.
No, I mean,
how chill he is for sure.
well, I mean,
He
yeah,
won't
your dad's
say-
pretty chill.
Dude, he won't say he did it,
Yeah.
obviously, but like.
well, you know, I never asked.
Don't ask, dude. You
I
just
won't
tell, dude.
I will assume.
I'm not assuming, but you can kind of tell with how chill he is. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, your dad definitely did some kind of drug back in the day.
Or maybe he just got contact high. Who
Yeah.
knows? He probably
no,
doesn't.
I know for a fact, my dad has talked about it before, that he did drugs back in the day. He went to concerts.
The only rapper that I would go see is Eminem, because
Same.
I know he actually performs. He actually does his raps at actual concerts.
Right.
I would see Eminem, I would see Travis Scott, and I would see Lil Yachty. Those are the only three that I know.
You wouldn't survive a Travis Scott concert.
Yeah.
Why? I've been to one.
If they tear up the stage.
Okay, well they didn't tear it when I was there.
Yeah. Whatever. No, but like I could never go see a pop. Like I don't hate country. All right, I don't.
It's
I'm not
okay.
I'm not a fan of country.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
Well, that's why I said I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of country.
Yeah.
Like it has its place. It's fine. I would rather watch blues or rock if I really had a choice. Because I just love the guitar.
Blues,
I love
jazz.
I love the soul of a singer when he's a true blues musician. He's got like just.
No, I wasn't even staring at your phone.
No, I just love that. I do like rock concerts. I thought it was kind of funny when we were in the car earlier, and he's like the Led Zeppelin. We're listening to Led Zeppelin, and he's kind of like, this guy's kind of dragging out this song. It's like Led Zeppelin usually makes 7-minute songs.
So they're not that long, bro.
Although a lot of people are high at the time when they're listening to it.
Yeah, no one. Back in the 70s, when Led Zeppelin was playing, no one gave a shit how long it was.
Well, no, they were grooving because they were like.
They were smoking. They were smoking a joint.
They were
chilling.
They were chilling. They were.
Like I got
They were high off their ass, like listening to like Stairway to Heaven.
I got work in the morning or church, one of the two.
Well, they were high off their ass listening to Stairway to Heaven. Like,
Yep.
Sorry about that.
they were doing that, and then like I don't know, I like heavy metal more. Heavy metal to me is like something. You don't like heavy metal? You don't like heavy metal?
It depends on it depends on the song, I guess. You know.
You got Metallica, you got Black Sabbath, you got Ozzy Osbourne, you got
Slipknot.
Well, no, Slipknot's death metal.
I got they were heavy.
No, they're not heavy metal. They're death metal.
Alright.
metal.
Yeah, they're death metal. Heavy metal is like AC/DC, fucking not Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's
Twisted
classic
Sister.
rock. No, Twisted Sister is hair metal.
Okay.
Heavy metal is like Nickelback, or
Ghost?
Well,
No,
I thought.
Iron
wait,
Maiden.
Avenged Sevenfold.
I thought Nickelback. Well, like
That's more. They're more hard rock to me than they are heavy metal.
Nickelback.
No, Avenged Sevenfold.
I was talking. To.
Sorry about that.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway.
Oh, Avenged Sevenfold is heavy metal, dude. They're classified as heavy metal.
All right.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Apple Music, they're classified as heavy metal. They're not classified as fucking.
All right.
Isn't Nickelback alternative or something?
Nope. They're more hard rock or heavy.
Yeah.
They're not alternative. Alternative is like Nirvana or Green Day or
All American Rejects.
yeah. That's more alternative. Yeah, alternative is that. Like anything from the 90s or grunge is alternative.
Okay.
So
Well,
like heavy metal is more 70s, like 70s like classics. Like Black Sabbath was the godfather of heavy metal, and then after that everybody came out like AC/DC, Iron Maiden, what was that? What's that one band with the gay singer?
Queen.
No, Queen's hard rock.
Okay.
Megadeth.
Megadeth. Yes. Oh, Pantera.
Pantera is hair metal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, but a lot of your favorite bands are actually heavy metal.
okay.
A lot of your even Black Sabbath is thrash metal, but they have like their most popular album is heavy metal. It's the Black Album, which is like Enter Sandman and like fucking like all those songs. They're heavy metal there.
Well, what's Bad Company?
Bad Company is a classic rock
Okay.
or hard rock.
Bad Company. Yeah.
And ZZ Top is hard rock too.
Yeah.
Hard rock and blues.
Who's saying down? What's it again?
Down with the Sickness is Disturbed, and they're
Hard rock with a head.
No. Again, he's classifying them wrong. Disturbed is not hard rock. It's it's Slipknot. It's kind of Slipknot.
Scream metal.
The death metal. It's kind of death metal because of their lyrics.
Well, that's true.
They are death metal. Yeah.
But the thing is,
definitely death
why I'm
metal.
going on hard rock is when I go on to when I have the songs on my iPhone and I go onto it, right? It says either heavy metal or hard rock. It never says death metal.
Well, I would classify them more as death metal.
I got you.
Like, you don't classify Ghost as death metal.
No.
But they're fucking, like, it's because of their lyrics. They're under death metal. Even though, like, they're very, like hard rock.
Tranquil,
and,
yeah.
Like, very hard rock. It's their theme of their lyrics that makes them that.
It's like a
Okay, what
Hard
about
rock?
MCR?
Linkin Park is pop rock.
Yeah.
Their
Oh, it
genre, yes, their
Oh,
genre.
okay.
Their genre is rap rock.
Oh,
What about Limp Bizkit?
And Biscuit is also rap rock.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
About MCR, My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance is new metal.
Yes, new metal
And
with a
the
mix of
Killers.
alternative.
What is it?
The Killers.
The Killers. I would also say new metal.
Yeah.
New metal is like anything coming out now.
Yeah.
So like they just have like, and it also has like a kind of like a poppy vibe, kind of like so let's see, what is it? Despite all my
Yeah.
score what's that band's name? Despite all my rage, I'm filled with Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're new, like they're kind of new metal.
Yeah.
Or punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, punk is really kind of interesting because like Rebel Yell or like Billy Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's punk. Linkin
What about
Park.
the Sex Pistols?
Sex
So
Pistols.
it's all punk. They're punk.
Linkin Park was inspired by punk bands,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
That's the reason why, like, they have a little bit more of a punk kind of vibe, too. But yeah, no, like a lot of his music is either like kind of punk, kind of pop rock, kind of heavy metal, hard rock. Just like that's what you were exposed to. Well, he and I were exposed to the same as you, except a little bit more.
Yeah.
I had a lot more blues too.
Yeah, like I explained it before, I think a long time ago, early on in our guys' friendship, but my mom only listened to the pop channel, and my dad listened to the rock and roll and heavy metal channel. So I got both of those.
All right, and
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm saying I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's good enough. I mean, we pretty much argued why rock concerts are better.
Yeah.
True.
We pretty much we won. I'm sure.
Yeah, we won that. So, this has been another exciting episode of the Cannonball Podcast. I have been your count, and
Bleh.
I've been your vice
Yeah.
count.
Bleh, bleh.
and have a good night, y'all.
Goodbye.
And don't let the vampires bite.
I'll see you in the morning.
I'll know when your seatbelt.
How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay cool and